test does obviously Rudy present?
I mean, he's an elite defensive player, and so you better drive to dunk. You better drive to drop it off to a low zone big. You better drive where you can keep it, Steve Nash, Gretzky stuff, where you just keep the ball alive along the baseline. You better drive to come to jump stops and look around and find teammates and be under control. Because anything that short of that ends up one of the elite NBA defensive centers just swallowing it up. And so that is a real presence in the paint. And, you know, we've talked a lot about it. I think that we've done a decent job of drilling our guys with some of those thoughts in mind in general. But it sure, it becomes way more exposed, way more important when you're playing against somebody as elite a rim protector as Rudy is.
In terms of Ben, JJ mentioned a few weeks ago he was surprised at how few teams were going under the screen. Now, I think that changed a little bit over the last couple of games. What type of challenges do you think that sort of presents?
Yeah, I feel like we're just seeing a smorgasbord of everybody's belief on how they should defend Ben Simmons. There has not been a cookie cutter process yet. And because the league is so well coached, because the league is so well scouted, in time you're going to see a constant, mostly, way that Ben is defended. But we have seen everything from point guards guarding him to four men guarding to people going over to Atlanta playing him with Muscala, you know, 2 feet from the basket. There's been no consistent way. And the good news is like he adapts, we adapt on whatever way they decide to play him, and life moves on. And so I don't know, there's no prescription right now on, you know, the best way to guard Ben. We're going to continue to see more and more, and then I think maybe the league will settle in and you know, establish a way. But right now, it's been all over the place.
Was it encouraging you to see the other night when they started with Collison on him to begin? He went right into the post.
I mean, I think he's learning how to take the offense and make it work for him to drive his car. And so when Collison goes on Ben, you know, we run DHOs, we get him at the paint, the rest of the team reacts. And within the offense that we have, you know, all of those reads that require not anything to do with play calls, you really can get drowned all the time if you're just calling plays. They can take their car and drive it and learn how to drive it. And I think he's doing a really good job of figuring stuff out and where he can get his and where Joel can get his as our point guard. And I think those two guys coexisting, when you start looking at the numbers, and we have them, you know, right now we are third in the NBA when you have those two guys paired up with an offensive rating, and we're ninth with a defensive rating. And the numbers right now with those two guys playing together are staggering. Albeit early, they're incredibly productive. And I think that's just one layer to our offense. How do we make it work for Ben with a small point guard on him?
A couple more guys. Are you still looking at the season in 10-game clumps? And if so, have you set a new round for this segment coming up?
We have, and what we usually do is every 10 games, you know, we assess it. And I went a game earlier because we had the rare opportunity of space in between. And so trying to like declare something on a road trip and walk it down and look at some of the areas we're deficient, offense, defense, whatever, and walk it down. We did some of those things today. We'll continue to walk them down on the road trip. It's not going to be a mystery to the team of why we're doing it. Slowly, analytics and math does reveal a lot about your team. 10 games in is too small a sample size, so we don't read into it too much. But within that 10-game clump format, it lets us stay organized and stamp off on different things.
Brett, do you recall anything about this play on which Jared hurt his wrist the other night?
I do. He did what, you know, you hope your guys do. You wore through screens. And anything short of that, and it produced an offensive foul by the screener. And so if you are half pregnant, like faking, wanting to get through it, you know, you either got it, you're all in or you're not, then you won't get that call. And so in that case, he dipped his shoulder, he got through it, exposed the foul, but along the way he hurt his wrist. And it's a tough break, but it's one of those things that you know, Luwawu and Stauskas and Justin Anderson, that's why you have a team. And these guys are in shape, their attitudes have been great, their fitness level is great. Even though they haven't played, the system caters for all that. And they will come into the mix, and that's, again, why you have 15 players.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.